Hi, group number 2s. Welcome to this week's reading. You guys must really be attached to bees because anytime I mention group number 2, this big old bumblebee flies by in my garden. So group number 2s, this week we are doing a reading called That's Rough, Buddy. And we're talking all about just how to process a really rough day. So this is the card that drew you guys in. Focus on it. There we go. This is the card that drew you guys in. It's got some bumblebees back here. Nice sunset. Eiffel Tower. And this is the buddy that you guys got. This is an axolotl. They're like, if a tadpole never actually grew into a frog, that's kind of what these little guys look like. They're super cute. They got cute little tails. And they're super cute and I love them. Anyway, so those are the things that drew you in. Yeah, so this reading only has 4 cards. So it's a very simple reading that you could do all on your own when you're having a rough day. I actually did it the other day. It was very helpful to help me process a rough day. So I wanted to share it with all of you guys because I know our collective has been going through some big old changes and rough days happen when we are evolving. So this reading, the 4 questions we have today are, why is this day so why this day has been so hard, why it's your right to be upset, how to make yourself feel better, and what can we learn from this day. So we're just going to ask your guides to give us some guidance. That one wanted to come out. So they're just flying out for you guys. So there we go. All 4 of your cards right away. So here we go. This reading is read clockwise, as most things are. So let's get started. So this card number 1 represents why this day has been so hard. And the card you guys got here is the 5 of Trees. Ooh. Yeah. This makes sense. The 5 of Trees is the 5 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Pentacles talks about lack. In this particular card, there's a little skull right here, so it could be talking about death. It talks about loss. It talks about grief. It talks about a lack, having a lack of something, whether that's money or friendship or direction even. Yeah, when we have no direction, we feel really lost, and that can make our day awful. Yeah, this card just really talks about a lack of life. In this particular one, the art is of 5 dead trees. So a lack of life, a lack of rejuvenation, a lack of feeling like we want to keep going is what I'm hearing. It's just been a really rough day. I get it. Card number 2, this is why it's your right to be upset. And we have, the Swan. So this is the High Priestess in this deck. This card talks about a lot about finding a path into the spiritual. It also talks about the mirror image revealing a lot to ourselves. Talks about hidden knowledge as well. So why is it your right to be upset? I think that your guides are saying you have a right to be upset because things are hidden from you. You don't have the whole picture yet, and that can be incredibly frustrating. You don't know why this is happening, whatever this is. You don't know why things have been so difficult. you have a right to be upset because you feel you are somebody who is spiritual. So you feel that you have been, maybe you feel that you have been abandoned by the spiritual realm, by those who are supposed to care for you, because they allowed such a rough day to happen. But your guys are saying that you just don't have the entire picture yet. You're seeing, this is a phrase that is used a lot in Christian speak, because it is a verse from the Bible. I don't know exactly how it goes, but it's, you are seeing through a glass darkly. It talks about how when we look in a mirror, we're only seeing half as much as we would if we looked at the actual thing, because at the time when it was written, mirrors were very dark and they really were kind of distorted and you didn't quite see the true image of anything. So it talks about how you're only seeing this dark image when they're in reality that you can't see yet. It is so much brighter on the other side. In one of my favorite series, The Chronicles of Narnia, they talk about it. They talk about heaven this way. They talk about how the world we live in now is only a dark copy of where we are headed. And that's kind of upsetting. Like, why can't we have the good version now, you know? But it's because this world is supposed to teach us something. It's supposed to evolve us to be ready for that bigger, brighter world that we are going for, that we are evolving towards. So whatever hardship you are facing in your life right now, you have the right to be upset because you have no idea where it's leading to. You don't know. You're only seeing half the picture. You're only seeing the dark side of what this evolution is going to bring about. So, yeah, that's upsetting. I understand. You don't have the full picture, so you're upset. And your guys are like, yeah, it's upsetting. We get it. You have a right for that, to that. So this next card, card 3, is how to make yourself feel better. And we have the 10 of trees. The 10 of trees. This is the 10 of pentacles. And the 10 of pentacles really talks about a life well lived. It talks about an inheritance built for our children. It talks about, it normally pictures an old man sitting among his family with his dogs and just enjoying and seeing the product of his life laid out before him in a beautiful way. So how to make yourself feel better? Whatever this evolution you are going through is, whatever really hard lack you are experiencing right now, I would say think about one thing that you did during that day that will make your next day better. Because we do it for ourselves all the time, even if we're not actively trying. Like, maybe you took out the garbage yesterday, or maybe you took a shower yesterday during that hard day. That made today better. We are constantly doing things for ourselves to make the next day better, even if it's just tiny things like that, even if it's just, I'm gonna wipe up this dish even though I don't want to now, because then I don't have to do dishes later. When we do things like that for ourselves, we are creating a better day for ourselves tomorrow. And we don't give ourselves credit for doing those things often. Often it is just like, yeah, you should be doing those things. Like, it's stupid that it's so hard for you to do those things, but it's not. Like, that is a huge accomplishment. Those are huge steps. It may not feel like they're huge steps, but they are. And, ooh, your group is really getting to me, you guys, because this is a thing that I struggle with all the time. These little things that you do for yourself to make your next day better are huge steps forward for you, even if they don't feel like it, even if it just feels like, oh, you piece of shit, you should be doing that anyway. No, you are a superhero for doing those things. You are a superhero for taking your meds every day. You are a superhero for taking a shower today because you want to be clean for tomorrow. You are a superhero for eating a healthy meal because it will make you feel better tomorrow. You are incredible for helping yourself. And you need to give yourself credit for those things. Because even though there is a lack in your life right now, you are doing your very best to make it. You are doing your very best for yourself. And that is all you can do, and I'm so proud of you. Because it is hard. It's really hard to do those things. Okay, so the last card we have here is what can you learn from this day? So we have the Crow. This is the Magician in this deck. And in this deck, the Crow, if you can see it, there's a little skull here. This deck really talks about, as a magician, you travel through hardship, you travel through death to become better on the other side. This talks about evolution through pain and suffering, but an evolution to a brighter future. And I know that in the moment, this message does not feel great. That like this pain will lead to something better. But what you can learn from this day is that every small thing you manifest for yourself, every small action you do to take care of yourself is leading you to a brighter day tomorrow. And it may not feel like it today and the worst day ever, but tomorrow we'll get some sleep. Tomorrow we'll eat. Today we'll eat a good meal so that we feel better in the morning. Like, every step you take, even if you feel like it's the tiniest step, it is still a step into manifesting exactly what you want for yourself. It is still a step out of lack and into gratitude. And that's every step is hard, but you're doing it, and fucking that's amazing. I'm so proud of you for being here. Okay? So the last thing I'm gonna do for you guys, group number 2, is, oh, and also like the axolotl, you should look up the axolotl. I didn't go into him very much, but the axolotl is a great spiritual companion for growth like this. Yeah, and also like look them up. They always have a cute little smile, and they're so, anyway, look up the axolotl and look up its meaning and maybe take that energy with you. Anyway, the last thing I'm going to do is get you one blessing from my Blessed Bee deck. This is one final blessing from your guides, your deities, whoever you subscribe to just help you through this really rough day. So, can we get one final parting blessing for my group number 2s? on their journey through lack. This one speaking. And we have, oh, this is beautiful for you guys. We got card 41, a blessing for solace and hope. A blessing for solace and hope. I'm going to read this to you guys out of the book. Card 41, a blessing for solace and hope. This is a blessing for solace, the comfort that comes in the form of good fortune. Strange little moments that bring you back to the sense that the universe is a place where you are cared for, considered, and important. And that this solace brings you hope for the future and anticipation of the fair things that life will continue to bring you. Solace is the balm and the antidote to the wounds that life can deliver. It is not personal, for being here is a great gift, and we live in times where, in many ways, we are safer than we have ever been before. But we are fed a diet of hopelessness from our cultures and media sources until we become overwhelmed with the troubles that seem to surround us. This blessing is for you to find your way back to sweetness, for the flower in bud to release its sweetness, for you to notice the shimmer of light upon the water, the sheer pleasure of movement, the ease of a mind no longer racing over the problems to be solved, but soft, intelligent, and allowing the calm of life to steal back into your soul. This is the solace that keeps our hopes alive, the gift of good fortune that reawakens the candle of optimism that is within us, and the delight in the sheer whimsy of being here and being alive. It is the understanding that there may be little control, but we are no mere pawns in this life. We have our place in the world, and simply with our breathing in and out, we matter, and we are doing enough. To find solace is to find peaceful moments, small connections, to notice the 1,000 gifts life has conferred upon us. And it is to again invoke the divinity of existence without the fear of the future. Let hope give you lightness, draw away the pain, and open you up again to the possibilities until you begin once again to relish the simple, voluptuous truth of being alive. Blessed be. Wow. That was a really beautiful and powerful blessing, and I hope it really reached into your hearts and blessed you wherever you are. So this is all I'm seeing for you, group number 2s. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. It helps out my channel so much. I hope each and every one of you have a blessed everything, and I will see you next reading. This is Pan. Bye, you guys.